All right, everybody, welcome back. You're diving deep with us again today. And
Yeah,
this time,
absolutely.
we're looking at IT project management.
Okay, cool.
We've got this case study, and it's on Vodafone's GLAN project.
Huge project.
It's massive.
Yeah.
We're talking about replacing a network across 42 global sites. That's huge. Think about,
a lot of sites.
yeah, all the deadlines, all the potential problems, disruptions, costs.
Yeah, it's interesting because you think about a project that size and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this is
Nightmare.
Yeah. How could they possibly pull this off?"
And they did. They actually finished on time
And oh, unbelievable.
within budget.
Which unheard of.
Yeah. And they got a perfect net promoter score,
Yeah, I mean
which, if you don't know,
that's customer satisfaction.
yeah, that's how happy their customers were
How do you keep customers happy with a project?
with something this big.
I know, it's crazy.
So there's a ton we can learn from this. But
Yeah, tons of insights.
where I want to start is this whole standardization thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So they've got to do this across all these different places, right? How do they even start with that?
Well, I mean, they were smart about it.
Okay.
They took those PMI standard, Project Management Institute standards
Right.
to give them like a structure,
Okay.
but they didn't just like use it as a blanket, right? They
Yeah.
said, okay, these 42 sites, they're all different.
They're not all equal.
They have different priorities, different levels of complexity.
Oh, interesting.
So they tailored it, they adjusted for each one.
So almost like a blueprint, but
Yeah, customized.
customized for each one, but still
So within that framework, yeah.
keeping it structured.
Structure's important, especially in something this big.
Okay, so they've got the plan, but how do they keep everybody on the same page? I mean, we're talking 42 global sites.
Global, yeah. Lots of people.
Yeah.
Well, you need to adapt and you need to collaborate.
Right.
And they knew that from the beginning. So they had workshops. They got everybody together, the technical people, suppliers, even the customers,
Wow.
to make sure
Everybody's on board?
everyone knows what's going on.
Okay.
And this is key. They did these lessons learned sessions,
Oh, cool.
regular check-ins
Smart.
to say, okay, how'd it go? What can we do better?
Always improving.
Yeah, adapting in real time.
I like that. A feedback loop built right in.
Exactly.
Okay, so they're collaborating, they're adapting, but
Yeah.
risks. There must be a million things that could go wrong.
Oh, with a project this big, absolutely.
So how do they deal with that?
They were proactive. They got ahead of it.
Oh.
Dedicated resources specifically to identifying risks early.
So before they became huge problems.
Yeah, before they blew up,
They-
they did walkthroughs, like run-throughs of processes. So
Yeah.
they could catch issues before they became real problems.
Okay.
And formal change control. So any changes,
Got to be careful with changes.
yeah, had to be evaluated, managed carefully.
So organize.
Yeah, very organized.
What about the actual tools and stuff? Methodologies.
Yeah.
Did they just stick to a strict plan the whole time?
They picked the waterfall approach, which,
Okay, familiar with that.
yeah, but they were smart. They tailored it.
Of course, it's not one size fits all.
Not with something this big.
Right, so they made it work for them,
Yeah, adapted it to their needs.
which makes a lot of sense, actually.
It does, yeah.
So we've talked about the plan, the risks, but I mean,
What else is there?
with this many people across all these sites.
Communication.
Yeah. That's got to be key.
Absolutely had to be.
How'd they handle that?
They had a formal communication plan.
No kidding.
Yeah, everyone was kept in the loop.
Stakeholders, team members, even customers.
Transparency builds trust
Absolutely.
and makes sure everyone's working towards the same goals.
Which is getting it done
Right.
on time and in budget.
Exactly.
So they planned, they adapted, and they communicated.
Sounds like a recipe for success.
It does. What's the biggest thing someone could learn from this whole Vodafone thing,
Don't try to avoid risks completely. That's impossible.
especially with something this big?
It's about seeing those risks coming, being ready for them.
Proactive.
Yeah, and adapting, adjusting.
That's powerful.
It is.
Challenges are going to happen. Is how you deal with them that matters.
You got it.
That's great. So for everyone listening, what do you think? Have you had projects like this? How'd you handle it? We want to know. Share your experiences, and maybe you can even use some of what we talked about today in your own work.
Yeah.
Keep diving deep, everybody. We'll see you next time.
See ya.